the best. There are much more other qualified people, as you guys know. Both of them ran already. But what makes me different? Well, let me tell you one thing. I'm like you guys, all of you guys. You guys are like me. All trying to go for the same goal, not trying to be different, but all trying to look for the same professionalistic speaking achievement, you know? No one really cares about much of who does better than them. It's more like, how do we get better? Rather than saying, how do you get better, or how does that person get better? You try to get better yourself. And I want to be there to help you guys, and hopefully you guys will let me. Thank you.
Thank you, Fahim. If everyone looks down by their agenda, you'll see a voter slip. Would you please vote for the top 3 candidates for president? We had Fahim just spoke. Before him was Zach. And very first was Tyler. Can you please vote for your first, second, and third choice? And don't forget to write your name of voter in the box provided as well. Oh, a paper? Okay, next, let's keep this vote on the water. Vice President of Education. This is by far the most important role in our club. Vice President of Education, like Tyler said, tracks our club and our goals of individual members to lead us to our end goal, our vision. This past year it was Tyler Chan. Who will it be next year? Who would like to take the stage and talk to your fellow club members?
Well, I'm also running for that too.
Would you like to speak again?
I mean, I already put it in the original presentation, so.
So you're good?
Yeah.
Okay. Would anybody else like to apply for Vice President of Education? Okay.
I'll explain to everyone that people can run for 2 positions.
Oh, yes. If you're hesitant.
He's got it. I mean, he's got it. I'm just doing it by default.
You're going to run for Vice President of Education?
By default.
By default?
Nobody else is doing it. I'll do it.
You can do it, but Tyler's also running for it. So if you would like to run for it, please come to the stage.
Hello, fellow Toastmasters. I don't have a prepared speech, but since I'm here, why not? I'm actually proud to represent you guys. Anytime anybody asks me what part of organizations I'm a part of, I say Toastmasters, and people are like, why are you in that, or this and that? But for me, it's a place where we come to improve it, and for me, I'm happy with that, and I'm passionate about it. So I want to be with people who are also passionate about it, because I see, not myself, but all of you guys, as people who are basically ambitious and want to conquer the world. And so I want to be a part of that. So that's pretty much all. And as a vice president, I know I said I'm by default, but if I am, then I'll happily oblige and do the best that I can with the role. So thank you.
Thank you, George Dozel. Anybody else would like to apply for a VPE of our club? Going once, going twice. Sold. Please vote for your top pick and your second top pick for Vice President of Education. George Dozel just spoke, and Tyler Chan ran a few minutes ago for both presidency and VP. Next position is secretary. Secretary in our club is a little different. If you look in your CC manual like I have right here, it'll say a bunch of words. I'm not going to read them. Because our secretary basically, which was Mike this past year, is involved with all social media aspects of our club, like Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, is it still alive? So these types of things. It's correlated closely with public relations, but our secretary basically takes pictures, posts them, and keeps us on social media. Would anyone here today like to apply for the position of secretary? Jitin. So welcome Jitin Pant to the stage.
Hello everyone. Few of you might not know me. My name is Jitin, and I joined in January. So the reason I chose to be the president or represent the president's secretary position for the next session is, when I joined Toastmasters, I clicked the YouTube link and I wanted to see what's happening at UGA with respect to Toastmasters, and I realized there is no subscriber for the video, which made me really sad. I was like, why? Let me take this initiative, and I was the first subscriber, and immediately I emailed Alex, and I told him that, you know, if we have passion about something, we need to reach people. We need to tell everyone that how great we are doing, and we need to encourage our members, not just through these weekly meetings. We need to reach to the greater public, because ultimately Toastmasters is all about public speaking. We need to integrate ourselves into the larger world, which are going to give us the real critique. You know, you might have seen a lot of funny YouTube comments below every video. Some of them are really disgusting, but that's how the real world is. We need to expose ourselves to the real world to get the real feedback. You might be in your own eyes thinking that you are doing a great job here. Your fellow members must be telling you your speech was very funny, but when the time when you expose yourself to the world is when you realize that how world see you as. So that was one thing. Second thing is, I think as a secretary, I will also be very active on Facebook, because I am also running 3 different Facebook groups where I help students to apply abroad, because I had a real tough time when I came to United States. There was no one to guide me. So I make people aware about fellowships and different ways through which they can come to the United States for higher education and for a better life. So I think I would be able to use my social networking skills in order to promote this group better. Third thing is, I believe in the power of communication. I think that that's one single tool which can help you reach to the topmost position. Even though you might have a very poor financial background, you might have the worst CGPA possible, but if you have good communication skills, I think you can reach to the top of the world. And as a secretary, I would like to communicate on behalf of Toastmasters at UGA that how great we are doing at our own level. I heard stories of Alex where the group has reached from 2-3 members to 30 members. My goal would be to make this group reach 100 members, and that's my promise. I will sweat my blood to do that, and I mean every word of it. Thank you so much.
You heard it here first. Student Toastmasters will break the internet.
I want to try for a secretary.
Yes. Please welcome to the stage, Alex Rosenberg.
So many of you can probably imagine, when was the first time I actually heard about Toastmasters? And most of us can answer, we heard it from Tyler Chair. So did I. And I think that we can actually expand this to reach out to even more people. Every day, I can walk through these halls of any building in UGA, and I can see people on their phones constantly. That is a great source that we can use to express, this is our club. This is what we're doing. And I want to help you. I want to help us. And when I said I want to help you, when you give a speech, I want to give a speech right up here like I'm doing right now, and you're very proud, and you say, hey, I'm okay if you put this on the internet on the YouTube page. I want to put that up for you. I want you to be able to see yourself in the recording, to learn from it. If you don't, I understand. And you're allowed for your privacy. And I'm being a little bit more passionate about this because I know that this is a great area for us to improve upon. This club is amazing, and I am happy to be part of it. In fact, I will name drop it to anybody new that I see almost every time, because there is a bit of pride to it. I want them to also know this beforehand. I want them to know us, so we can know who's in there, what we said, what we did in that meeting, and what we stand for. I believe that we can do better on this. We will do better. And I want to be the person that will help guide us in this brand new adventure for us. Thank you.
Is there anybody else that would like to apply for secretary position? That being said, if you could vote under the secretary part of your tablet.
Ballot.
Yes, ballot. Sorry, Marion. Your first, second, and third choice. Alex Rosenberg just spoke, and before him was Chitin. Here we go. Vice President of Public Relations. This is a huge honor. This past year, Christopher Travers right here and Austin Leach right here. These were our two public relations officers that did an outstanding job and were critical in the club's success and member attraction. They did a great job. They went to lecture halls, scheduled lecture halls, lecture hall lectures. Sorry, too much Red Bull today. They also got some of our members who wanted to speak in front of these 200-300 member classes, gave them the chance to do that. I know Tyler spoke as well a few weeks ago to some classes. This is a critical part of our club. Would anybody like to apply for Vice President of Public Relations?
I have a question before we start. Are we continuing having two individuals run for Vice President of Public Relations or one?
Just one.
Okay.
Would anybody like to apply for Vice President of Public Relations? Zach and Jitin. Zach, you raise your hand first. Let's welcome Zach to the stage.
So, PR, the position of VP of PR is to get our name out there. And our name is Student Toastmasters of UGA, but above that it says Toastmasters International. Now, before this meeting started, me and Alex were actually talking, and we were talking about, like, why aren't there, like, floods of people coming here, and why are they going to Heroes instead? And I was thinking, like, wait, maybe it's because people think Heroes will have more reach, because more people are joining Heroes. And that, when you just stick to Student Toastmasters, that probably is true. But when you tell them that we're part of a club that's an international club that's part of 400 plus, in 400 plus nations, you realize how important, how much of a impact being part of Toastmasters is. How even mentioning it in an interview can get you a foot in the door. And I want to share that with the public. The thing is, you guys are here, so you guys already know that. You already know that Toastmasters is a club that you want to invest an hour plus time in your week to just come and speak. So what does that mean for you? Well, like Alex said, you're speaking in front of 200 and 300 people if you're part of PR. That means you have the chance to use the skills you're learning in here and use it in a practical sense to convince people to come to this club. It's great that you're part of Toastmasters and that you're giving speeches here, but it's even better when you can use those skills in the real world. When you can go in front of hundreds of people and speak well. I remember I spoke at my high school honor ceremony. In the crowd was 2,000 people. Now, before I joined Toastmasters, I thought that was a ridiculous idea and that I hated even a mention of speaking in front of 100 people. So 2,000 people was unrealistic. But because of Toastmasters, I've been trained to speak on that level. And I know that every single one of you has been trained or is being trained to be on that level. And taking that to the next step is actually going out there. And as a PR, I want to help you take this practice stage and turn it into a real stage. Thank you.
Zach, everybody remember this is still Toastmasters. When you come to the stage, you did a great job with grammar and Oz. Remember, we're being evaluated every time. Jitin, did you want to take the stage? Let's please welcome Jitin for public relations.
Thank you, everyone. For the very simple reason which I gave a few minutes back, what I want to do with this club, I want to take it to the next level. When I entered this room today, I had no intention of running for the election position. I thought I'm not prepared. But I'm prepared for one thing, which is commitment, which is, in a way, my second nature. I was committed to have a life which would take my family from slums to a phase where I can bring prosperity and education to my family. My parents are not educated, but this is my commitment which has brought me here. I'm doing a PhD in biomedical engineering. I work for the best biopharmaceutical company in India, all because of my commitment and my public relations. I understand